3. Running timelines from nodes. In our last video, we connected to our first node and then created a timeline in VenueMagick to control that node with a simple chaser sequence. In this video, you will learn how to upload the timeline so that it is played from the node rather than from VenueMagick. To continue with this tutorial, you will need to have connected a show control node in the previous video. Setting up our timeline to play back on the node is very simple. Open the Timeline Options window and click on the ShowNodes tab. Check Assign to ShowNodes device and select My Node 1. Click OK and that's it. The timeline is now ready to be uploaded to My Node 1. Uploading timelines to a node is done using the ShowNodes Manager. Open the ShowNodes Manager from the main menu by selecting Devices, ShowNodes Manager. This window is the ShowNodes Manager. This section here shows all of the nodes that are currently connected. Only My Node 1 is listed here because that's the only node we've connected so far. Select My Node 1 and the tabs here on the right are populated by information and settings pertaining to My Node 1. Understanding what all of this means is beyond the scope of this video. However, if you're curious, simply press F1 to bring up the ShowNodes Manager help pages. For now, the only thing we really want to do here is upload our timeline file. From the Node Actions menu, select Build and Upload. We'll leave all of the default settings and click OK. This window shows the upload in progress. It's a small timeline, so uploading took only a fraction of a second. You will see that another file was also uploaded. Don't worry about that one for now. All we're really concerned about is our timeline file. We'll go ahead and click Close. We'll also close the ShowNodes Manager and get back to it in a minute. Now that we've uploaded the timeline, we want to execute it. Let's go back to the Q button we set up in the first video to run the timeline from VenueMagick. We will change it to tell our node to run the timeline instead. Open the Q button Properties window and make sure the General tab is shown. It is currently set up to run a timeline directly. We need to change it to run the timeline through an event instead. Click on the Event option and select Run Timeline. Click Setup Event and select the timeline we created, My Node 1 Chaser. Let's also set it to Loop. Now, click on the ShowNodes tab, check the Target ShowNodes Device box, and select My Node 1. Click OK. OK. Then click on the Q button. Notice that the timeline is playing on the node. If you don't believe me, look at the VenueMagick queue list. There's nothing on it. If you still don't believe me, let's reopen the ShowNodes Manager window, select My Node 1, and click on the Playback tab. This tab lists all of the timelines currently playing in the selected nodes, including its playback time and status, just as it would appear in the VenueMagick queue list. In fact, if you right-click on a timeline in the list, you will see the same options available to you that are in the VenueMagick queue list. I can stop the timeline here, and then restart it from the Q button. Finally, just to remove all doubt, go ahead and unplug the network cable from the node. You can see that the node is still playing the timeline. You will also note that the node list in the ShowNodes Manager now reads Lost Connection. This happens when the ShowNodes Manager is no longer detecting the node on the network. Plug the network cable back into the node and you'll see the status go back to playing. In this video, you've seen how easy it is to upload and run a simple chaser timeline on a node. In the next video, we'll show you how to add some audio to that timeline.